Have you ever launched a product and it didn't pick up in the market? You probably wondered why. Because you did collect feedback, but then something somehow went wrong in the process. Very frustrating. Many companies collect feedback but fail in transforming it into actual customer needs and requirements that are needed for a successful product development. How can you and your company solve this? SAP Enterprise Product Development ensures a seamless end-to-end digital thread of your product data across your products or assets lifecycle. EPD requirements acquisition enables you to obtain product feedback from many channels and process it to generate needs-based facts. This not only supports you to create happy customers, but will also increase your market share and profit. Create and manage feedback plans, including collecting feedback from various sources. Enable the extended enterprise to submit feedback and improvement ideas. Create and prioritize needs to capture useful plans for product improvement. Create requirements based on needs and link needs to requirements. With SAP, you can reduce time to market by merging all relevant feedback data and analyze it in one tool. Reduce risk for missing market opportunities because you know what the customers need. Increase your profits and market share by developing products that the market craves based on real insights. My name is Rizzi, and I am the product manager at the Run Better manufacturing company for motor vehicles. Together with my colleague Mary from the marketing research team, and Carl, one of our customers, I will take you through the process on how feedback is transformed to concrete requirements. At our company, we have an electronic scooter line called D-Scooter that I'll be using throughout this video. We have received some bad reviews lately and want to improve on the scooter's features. To start with, I created a feedback collection plan and collection tasks. Feedback is obtained via a Qualtrics survey and an external event. My research colleague Mary consolidates and analyzes the feedback to create needs. These needs are prioritized with the help of a Qualtrics survey that our customer Carl participates in. Finally, new requirements are created based on the needs and linked to EPD requirements management to be used as a basis for product improvements. I'll now take you through the process more in detail. First, I want to create a new feedback plan and collection tasks. I do this by clicking on Manage Feedback Plans in the Enterprise Product Development Launchpad. I then created the feedback plan by entering the needed information. Next, I want to create a collection tasks for the two feedback channels Qualtrics and the external event. I enter the needed information and assign the tasks to Mary.
I'm Mauri, and I'm a marketing researcher. I'll take you through how I enter and upload the feedback in the system. First, I open the My Collection tasks in the Launchpad. I pick the task related to the Qualtrics survey and upload the feedback. Since this is a one-time upload, I select the frequency once and hit the Start Collection button. Then I type in the feedback from the external event and click on Add as Feedback for each entry. When I'm done, I click Complete in the upper right corner and hand back to Rezi.
Mary did a great job in collecting the feedback. Now we proceed by analyzing the data. I again go to the Manage Feedback Plans and open the e-scooter feedback plan. I complete the collection, create an analysis task, and assign it to Mary.
Oh, again. Now we'll continue with the analysis of the feedback to create needs. I open the My Analysis tasks and click on the one for e-scooter. I start the analysis and see a list of all feedback points that have been collected in this plan. As a next step, I want to categorize the feedback. I click on Change Category and work my way through the feedback points. Once all entries have been categorized, I can group them and create needs. This I do by selecting the feedback that belongs together and click Create Needs. Now the needs need to be prioritized. I can either do this myself or obtain expert support via a Qualtrics survey. In this case, I'd like to ask our customer Carl, so I click on Create Survey. Now I send the generated link to Carl. A couple of days later, I see that Carl has responded, so I click on the Prioritize from Survey to see what he suggests. If I have another opinion, I can change the prioritization manually. But I agree with Carl and therefore save the work. Now I can complete the analysis task and again hand back to Resi.
Again, before we complete the analysis, we want to go into the Manage Needs tile and create a concrete requirements based on the needs and link them to EPD Requirements Management. For that, I mark one of the needs and click Create Requirement Link. I select a requirements model and can either link the need to an existing requirement or create a new. I link to an existing one. I proceed in the same way with all my needs. As a very last step, I go back to the Manage Feedback Plans and complete the analysis. With SAP, you can reduce time to market by merging all relevant feedback data and analyze it in one tool. Reduce risk for missing market opportunities because you know what the customers need. Increase profits and market share by developing products that the market craves based on real insights. SAP Enterprise Product Development ensures a seamless end-to-end digital thread of your product data across your products or assets lifecycle, starting with processing the feedback in the requirements acquisition.